Okay, so if you've ever felt just like completely drained, like you're pouring everything out and just not getting refilled.
hmm That constant drain.
Yeah. Well, stick with us today because we're doing a deep dive into something super relatable, burnout.
Right.
We're looking at one person's story, Julie, and how she kind of navigated away from that towards a life that felt more, well, more her.
And the idea is to pull out insights from her experience,
Right.
from her Freedom Startup Flowcast, that might help you if you're feeling that same kind of exhaustion.
Exactly. So let's get into what burnout actually felt like for Julie. She talks about, waking up exhausted, didn't matter how much she slept,
That heavy feeling, yeah.
and this immense pressure of all the shoulds, like, I should do this, I should be that.
Oh, yeah. The shoulds are killers.
Yeah.
Trying in private, smiling in public. Sounds familiar for many, I think.
Totally. She even questioned if maybe this is just what being an adult is, this constant low-level running on empty.
And that's a really key point, that sense of maybe this is normal, we just push through it. But Julie's story, and especially her co-host WAV-E's take on it, suggests something else.
Hmm.
That burnout isn't you failing. It's like an alarm bell.
An alarm from your soul, they put it, saying something's off.
Yeah, a mismatch, a misalignment between your life and your inner truth. It's information, basically, not a defect.
I love that reframe. WVE says it's not the end of the road, but more like a map.
A map pointing you back to alignment, saying, hey, this path, it's incompatible with your truth.
So the turning point for Julie, this is interesting. She mentions a few things. Water, AI.
Which sound a bit cryptic, perhaps.
A little, but also a moment of real, raw honesty and deciding, okay, stop pretending, time to build something real, something authentic.
Right, so maybe water is about, self-care, replenishment, and AI could be new tools or ways of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But the real engine for change seems to be that decision.
That internal shift, facing it head on.
Exactly. The honesty, the choice to say this isn't working, and then actually do something different, that takes courage.
And that connects straight back to WAV-E's idea about alignment, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. They argue burnout often isn't a lack of motivation. It's trying to jam yourself into systems, work systems, life systems that just don't fit your energy.
Like trying to wear shoes that are 3 sizes too small?
Pretty much. WAVE says Julie didn't find freedom. She sort of remembered it. Like, we inherently know what feels right, but we can lose track of it.
So if you're listening and nodding along, feeling that drain, maybe the question isn't, why aren't I motivated?
Right. Maybe it's, am I trying to thrive in an environment that's fundamentally wrong for me? What feels like pushing a boulder uphill constantly.
Yeah. And Julie's path suggests you don't need the entire 5-year plan figured out right now.
No, definitely not.
The crucial first step seems to be just
No.
stopping the stuff that clearly isn't working for you.
Being honest about that.
Yes. And she offers these simple questions to ask yourself. What actually drains me? What genuinely lights me up?
And the big one. What would I do if absolutely no one was judging me?
Powerful. It's about that initial honest look inside, right? Not immediately leaping to solutions.
Absolutely, because those questions cut through all the noise, the external pressures, and get straight to your core experience. What depletes you? What energizes you? Forget what anyone else thinks for a second. That's where you start finding those misalignments.
And WAVE kind of rounds it off with this quite hopeful perspective. Burnout isn't the final word. It's an invitation.
An invitation to pause, yeah.
Yeah.
To rest, to
Yeah.
realign, reconnect with what actually matters to you.
They even float the idea of, like, rewriting the system itself, not just finding your escape hatch from it.
Which is a bigger thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
It acknowledges that it's not just about individual choices, but also the environments we're in. Julie's story shows personal agency can spark change, starting inside.
Definitely. And Julie's final thought really stuck with me. Freedom isn't a destination, it's a decision.
Mm-hmm. A choice you make, maybe moment by moment.
So, thinking about Julie's journey, and maybe your own feelings, here's something to chew on. Consider one small aspect of your daily life right now that just feels off. It's a line. Just one small thing. Yeah. What might one moment of really honest reflection reveal about a potential shift? Not chasing some huge distant freedom, but just moving towards a slightly more authentic present. What would that look like for you?